What is going on, guys? JD is back from New Jersey. I am back in New York, and I'm back and ready to give you your WWE news and rumors. It may be a day late, but I'm still here. And please, do not ask me when I already informed you in my earlier videos this week that I was going to be away. Everyone's asking me, JD, where's the news and rumors? Listen, I'm here. I was away for a little bit. I went to go see my friend down in New Jersey. That was it. But I'm back, and I'm fucking refreshed. Let's get right into the news. But before I do that, let me make something clear. Two things. Number one, the YouTube sub boxes are broken, okay? And what I mean by that is people are not getting my videos. They're not getting my videos sent to their subscription boxes. Now, this is what I need you to do. If you are subscribed to JD's channel, I need you to go manage your subscriptions and make sure that all my activity, or just my uploads, whatever you guys want, is checked off so that you can guarantee that you get my upload. You can even get notified via email by my fucking uploads, okay? I need you guys to do that because my views have been down, my likes have been down, my subscriptions to the channel have been down because YouTube wants to just continue to change things and it's not fair to us smaller channels, okay? So I need you guys to go and do that. Number two, Sean's View Entertainment actually reached out to me. Now, I mean, Sean's a good guy, from what I know, okay? Somehow he got his channel flagged by haters. I don't know what happened. I tried to ask him what happened. He never got back to me. All I did was see his new channel, which has about 160 subs right now, and he went on a rant saying that someone flagged his channel. They shut his channel down. He got a copyright strike of something. I don't know. So if you guys need to know where Sean's View is, or if you're curious to know where Sean's View is, his link to his new channel is down below. Go check that out. But as far as news and rumors, guys, I'm glad it was a slow week. It was a slow week in WWE land. So let's get right into news. I'm going to start off with the most important piece of news that I have this week, and that is the WWE teasing the return of The Undertaker via Twitter. Now, this week, WWE released cryptic messages and hashtags referencing the debut appearance at the 1990 Survivor Series in regards to The Undertaker, with the hashtag Rest in Pieces. The digits 11/22/90 point to November 22nd, 1990, which marked The Undertaker's debut at the Survivor Series. Additionally, WWE issued the following hashtag Rest in Pieces message on this past Thursday. They also did the same thing with Kane, what looked to be a weird collage of black and red colors. Now, I don't know what this means. This may be teasing the return of Kane and The Undertaker, but I know the WWE wants The Undertaker at Survivor Series, probably for something to do with the Wyatt family, because the Wyatt family literally has nothing to do right now. They absolutely have nothing to do at this point in time. Having The Undertaker and Kane team up for one night only, which will be a memorable moment, to go against the Wyatt family. That's something people would pay to see, especially the promos and the in-ring segments that would lead up to that match. I've been pretty much calling for that match to happen since SummerSlam, since before SummerSlam, actually. So if WWE is teasing the return of The Undertaker via Twitter, it may leak onto WWE television, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, but we have to wait and see. But I do know the WWE is interested in bringing The Undertaker, not only for WrestleMania, but possibly for the Survivor Series, maybe for the Royal Rumble. We don't know. We're just going to have to wait and find out what awaits with The Undertaker's return. I know Kane is returning sometime this month in October, but again, we have to find out and wait to see what happens. WWE superstar Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella are now engaged to be married, according to eOnline.com. The couple have been together for almost 3 years, and Bryan popped the question finally on Wednesday while they were hiking in California. I have never been in my life, I've never in my life seen him so nervous, is what Brie said. He's gone out to do WrestleMania and some other really big things, Bella revealed. He got really, really nervous, and he started talking about how long we've been together. He got down on one knee and compared our love, and he also went on to say that he'll love her forever like the ocean goes on. Bryan says he was biding his time to pop the question in order to have the perfect moment. That he had the ring for a very long time. He was just waiting for the right moment, just trying to find the moment that fits, is what Bryan said, a moment that is worthy of Brie. Bella says that she's targeting a wedding date for between April and June of 2014. Congratulations to those two. I really don't have anything else to add onto that. I know Daniel Bryan is in the biggest storyline of his career right now, the biggest push of his wrestling career. And the Bella Twins are pretty much the queens of the WWE Divas division. But congratulations to both of them. That's a really cool story. There are conflicting reports on the status of Rob Van Dam. PW Insider reports. PW Insider recently reported that RVD had 90 days or a 90-day block on his WWE contract where he would work for 90 days, take some time off, and then return for another 90 days. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that RVD was buried on the September 23rd Raw because there was an internal reaction to him not signing a new contract just yet, or a contract extension. The Wrestling Observer also adds that RVD's contract is up October 1st, but he is scheduled to work another week or so past that. RVD will be back. I mentioned this last week on News and Rumors that he's got those 90-day blocks. He's only part-time. I knew this with RVD coming in, that he was only going to be part-time. Okay? RVD, he is... I mean, he's a great wrestler, but he's more like an attraction now. He is getting older. He doesn't want the schedule of the WWE road schedule that they have to work over 300 days a year. He doesn't want that. He doesn't need that, and he doesn't need to be out there that often. You want to keep him healthy. You want to keep him interested. You want to keep him refreshed. So, and Randy Orton pretty much just destroying him on Monday Night Raw, that would serve for a decent way out for now. He's not going to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Del Rio. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like I said, or like I have been saying, Sandow is reserved for that world title. So I do think Sandow is going to cash in before the end of this year, most likely against Del Rio. It really doesn't matter who he cashes in against, as long as he cashes in, because it's always an exciting moment. Much rather see Sandow as the world champion than Del Rio. I don't know why Del Rio still has it, to be quite honest with you. I thought we were going to get the RVD title change for that brief moment and then Sandow cash in at the last pay-per-view, but that did not happen. But RVD will be back after his short stint here. He'll probably be back at the Royal Rumble to make his return for the WWE leading up to WrestleMania, and then again he'll take another couple of months off and then come back. We got to get used to it. He's on that Chris Jericho-like schedule. You're not going to miss him when he's gone. He'll be gone for a short amount of time. You're not even going to know he's gone. So, I'd rather keep RVD happy, healthy, and interested in the WWE product. Now, regarding the World Heavyweight Championship, remember once upon a time when Dolph Ziggler was, the man on SmackDown? He was going to be built for the future with the World Heavyweight Championship. Word is now that Dolph Ziggler, WWE officials do not believe he will ever be a guy who draws money. This upsets me. I don't know where WWE's head is at right now. I don't know who the fuck these officials are. But when you got WWE willing to give Dolph Ziggler the World Heavyweight Championship, took care of him, and made sure he came back healthy when he had the concussion, while he was still the World Heavyweight Champion. Now all of a sudden he's not World Championship material. Now all of a sudden he's not a guy who draws money. First of all, Ziggler can probably out-wrestle and put on a better show than 98% of the WWE roster right now. All right? He may not be the greatest wrestler ever, but he's a damn good one. He's a damn good entertainer. He knows what he's doing in the ring. He's got the attitude for a world champion. Now, what the problem is that you made him a full-blown face. Ziggler plays the heel character better. You should have kept him as an in-betweener. Okay? People cheer him because that he's the cocky heel. People like the heels in the WWE because of their cocky attitude. I was one of those guys. Ziggler as a full-on face is not working. It works, but it's not working to its true potential. Okay? Ziggler's being held back by being a face. You need him to be a heel, full-blown heel. And he can definitely draw money. He has the likes of Mr. Perfect, Shawn Michaels, all rolled into one. And that's what you get with Dolph Ziggler. He's still young. He's still hungry. He goes out there and does what he needs to do, gets the job done, listens to WWE Creative, even if he doesn't agree with it. And he made one mistake going on national radio and saying that he was unhappy with his character and the direction of his character, where he was going, where he stands in the WWE locker room right now. You see money in Big E Langston. You see money and some other fucking scrub that you have on TV that doesn't even belong. You see money in Del Rio? Why is Del Rio champion? You see more money in Del Rio than Dolph Ziggler? Come on now, man. You can't have that. Dolph Ziggler is too important right now. WWE mid-card, number one, okay? He's an incredible talent that I really wish they would just keep happy. I really do. And it just upsets me when I hear stories like this because, 1 week the WWE's thinking something else, and then the next week they're thinking something completely different. Have a one-track mind when it comes to these types of things. Ziggler is a world champion. I'm sure they thought the same thing of Edge before they gave him the world championship, right? Nobody's seen money in Edge, but here was money, and he's a Hall of Famer. Give these guys a chance. Let them run with the ball. Tired of seeing these guys waste away. Karma recently appeared on the Future Endeavors podcast and talked about a WWE return. She said that she is ready to make a WWE return and believes all parties are in gorilla position, meaning a return to the WWE could be happening soon. Karma encouraged fans to keep bringing Karma fan signs and writing to WWE because unlike TNA, WWE listens to their fans. Regarding the new slimmer look that she recently debuted, Karma said she's working on reinventing herself. She's looking to drop a bit more weight and have more definition in her physique. She's also been using DDP yoga to drop the weight. Now, bringing Karma back to the WWE will only be a good thing for the Divas division, no matter if she looks like she did of old or the new Karma. Karma will draw money because people remember Karma for what she did when she first came to the WWE. Now you're going to have a completely different looking Karma, and it would be definitely a shot in the arm to the Divas division because they certainly need it. Because like I said last week, there's nobody in the Divas division besides Natalya and AJ that anybody care about. Those are the only two divas, in my honest opinion, that can actually wrestle in their division. Caitlyn can wrestle, but she's still green. She's still learning. But Karma would only be good for the WWE, so hopefully that does happen. Now, this is an interesting story, and I honestly hope does not come true. I read this today. There's been talk of having The Rock versus Brock Lesnar, and which I knew about already. That's been rumored for months now. I don't have a problem with that, but this is what I have a problem with. There's been talks of having The Rock versus Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker versus Ryback as matches for WrestleMania 30. However, the chances of Rock doing WrestleMania right now seem to be unlikely according to sources within the company. If Rock isn't available, another possibility is Undertaker goes against Brock Lesnar instead of Ryback. Whether it's Lesnar or Ryback, the storyline idea would be that Paul Heyman gets one of his bigger and stronger guys to try and end the Undertaker's streak. At this point, Undertaker still hasn't committed to doing the show. First of all, Undertaker's doing WrestleMania 30. He's already said it publicly that he will be doing WrestleMania 30. I do not want to see Ryback versus the Undertaker at WrestleMania 30 because that's going to be a throwaway match in the legacy that the Undertaker has built within the last 5 or 6 years at WrestleMania. We do not need Ryback, who is a scrub at this point in time, who I know for a fact is not going to be that big of a star between now and WrestleMania that he gets granted a shot at The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He doesn't deserve that, okay? Lesnar, yes. Lesnar deserves that. Brock and Undertaker know each other personally. It would be a fantastic, realistic matchup. Now, I want to see, obviously, The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar out of all of them, but the other scenario you could go with is something I've been talking about. I know everybody wants to see Cena versus The Undertaker because Cena versus The Undertaker is that one match that needs to happen before it's all said and done. For the main reason, because that is the most believable or unpredictable match that you could possibly have with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Nobody knows. Can The Undertaker defeat the almighty John Cena? Super Cena? Can he do it at WrestleMania? Or will John Cena, who almost looks invincible every time he takes stage on something like WrestleMania, can he beat The Undertaker? That match would be 100% unpredictability. And that's the reason why that match needs to happen, because just by that, it's money. It's either Brock or Cena, one or the other. But we have to see what WWE is going to do, because right now they don't even know what they want to do. But that's what's been reported right now. There's been some talk of having Sheamus return as a heel when he's ready. This I like. And he's scheduled to return on or around the 2014 Royal Rumble. That I like. Sheamus as a heel will work. Not the cartoony, clown-like Sheamus that we seen on SmackDown, cracking jokes and not taking things seriously. He needs to come in, kick ass, and leave. That's it. Sheamus as a heel is the way to go. Former WWE personality Jonathan Coachman made an appearance on the Mike and Mike program on ESPN Radio earlier this week and discussed that WWE. He was talking about WWE and his career there. Coach mentioned that he would be open to return to the WWE if the opportunity presented itself. He also touted that he had almost lost 30 pounds since leaving the company back in 2008. Coachman gave no indication on leaving ESPN at this point in time. However, he mentioned WWE often throughout the interview. I liked Coach. I'll tell you what, I liked Coach. His interactions with The Rock were great. He had a great personality on camera, whether he was doing shit with Mr. McMahon or The Rock or anybody else, you know. So I like that. I would really like to see Coach come back in some way, shape, or form to WWE TV. I think it would be a nice little, you know, added boost to pretty much the entertainment value of WWE TV. This is interesting. Former WWE superstar The Godfather, pimpin' hoes nationwide, will be returning to the ring on a full-time basis, but not with the WWE. Promoters interested in booking him have been giving out emails and all that shit, rates and availability. But he did have the itch to finally get back in the ring full-time. He parted ways with WWE in 2002. The Godfather has changed industries. He was managing a strip club called Cheetahs in Las Vegas, Nevada. He apparently caught the wrestling itch again in recent years as he's been making more frequent appearances at independent events and conventions, sometimes as his other more notable persona, Papa Shango. Now, you know, maybe he makes another appearance at the Royal Rumble, but I don't see Godfather back on WWE TV, especially with the whole PG initiative. He was the perfect character for the Attitude Era. Always entertaining to see the Godfather and his hoes walking down the ring, and the whole hoe train going on. That was a good time for WWE. Something we probably won't ever see again, but you know, good for the Godfather that he got the itch to go back into the ring. That's a really nice story. What else do we have here? Former WWE producer John Big Gabruck. I don't think I'm pronouncing his name right, but he reportedly has big plans for TNA's Knockout division. He used to work for WWE. Now he's working for TNA. He sees the division as something that used to set TNA apart from WWE, and that it pretty much has dwindled down to nothing over the last few years. Because he right now, Gabruck, is loaded down with responsibility. He has given Christy Hemme a lot of authority in terms of handling talent relations for the Knockouts. Hemme has been scouting new talent and is heavily involved in the screening process and reports straight to Gabruck. Hemme has received high marks for how she has been handling her new role, and with all the cost cutting that is going on at TNA, we can expect more people to end up with multiple responsibilities in different areas that would normally be covered by more than one person. I really don't watch TNA. I don't know if you guys continue to watch TNA. I know a lot of people are putting down the TNA product right now and saying that they're in dire straits with all the cost cutting and there's a lot of bullshit going on in TNA right now. So I figured I would report that to you guys because I know a lot of you guys do watch TNA as well as WWE, but I really don't care about the Knockouts division. I really don't care about TNA as a whole. I honestly think they're not going to be around too much longer. With Hulk Hogan and his contract expiring October 1st, I don't think AJ Styles is going to remain there. I really think that TNA is going to be closing its doors within 2014. That's what I really think. Now, I mean, I don't necessarily want them to close their doors, but they are definitely not competition for WWE. I mean, they've just done everything ass backwards, and it's not really an entertaining product to me. I know WWE is not the greatest product either, but you know, they tried too hard, too fast to go head-to-head with the WWE, and it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, and like I said, I don't see TNA sticking around through all of 2014. I think they'll be gone by then. There has been speculation that Paul Heyman aligning with Ryback will lead to a Ryback versus Brock Lesnar match, but word is that this is more of an endgame for WWE. If things don't go as planned and Ryback falls into the new role with Heyman, it will be easy for WWE to write him off for the time being and have Lesnar destroy him. One problem is that it could really draw a major babyface reaction for Ryback, possibly something bigger than anything he has experienced so far. There are plans for a Lesnar babyface turn, but not until after WrestleMania 30. So if they would do the Lesnar vs. Ryback match before then, it could be with Ryback as the babyface and Lesnar to be the heel. Now, I mean, that's an interesting, article. I don't know where WWE wants to go with this. We're just going to enjoy the ride. Like I said last week, I'm going to give Ryback the benefit of doubt with working with Paul Heyman. If he doesn't succeed here, it's over for him. But I don't necessarily think that Brock Lesnar is the guy that you want to put with Ryback at this point in time. Do I want to see that match eventually? Do I think that's going to be a decent match if it does happen? Yeah, sure, because Brock Lesnar's in it. And anything Brock Lesnar does is money. People want to see Lesnar. Ryback could get the rub he needs off Lesnar. Now, is Lesnar going to put Ryback over? I doubt it. But, that's an interesting article. And like I said, I'm willing to give Ryback a chance with Heyman. I don't know which direction they want to go. Right now, they're doing the Punk thing. Then now they're talking about the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. I don't know. There's so many different scenarios floating around out there. I'm just giving you my opinion on this. I'm giving you guys the news. So let me know what you think about that. Which scenario do you want to see Ryback in? Do you want to see him against the Undertaker at WrestleMania? Do you want to see him succeed with Paul Heyman? Do you want to see him as a face going against Brock Lesnar, the heel? I don't know. So let me know what you guys think down below. Hunico and Camacho, if you guys remember those guys, we're back teaming together at this weekend's WWE live event in Texas. They lost to Tensai and Brodus Clay. Hunico had wrestled a few matches over the past few months, but Camacho apparently has been out of action since a set of NXT tapings back in late May. I don't care about those guys. I thought they were very boring as a tag team, but this may be another sign that they're revitalizing the tag team division. Who the hell knows? I don't know. And finally, guys, Jim Ross said on Twitter that it is unlikely he will be working next year's WrestleMania 30 pay-per-view. Fuck you, Vince McMahon. You got rid of Jim Ross. And if there's anyone who deserves to be at WrestleMania 30, it is definitely Jim Ross. So that's, anything can happen in WWE, but I doubt this will come to be. I would love to see Jim Ross at WrestleMania 30 calling the Undertaker match, as always. But I know it's not going to happen, and that sucks because his work was unbelievable. His work with, just calling matches in general and making the matches so much better than they originally were is, something that we'll never see again. If it does happen, it's not going to happen for a very long time. Jim Ross is one of a kind, and I really wish things were a little bit different concerning Jim Ross, but what can you do? That is your news and rumors, guys. I am glad I got you some articles of news this week. If you guys have not checked out my last week's wrestling videos, everything is in the description down below. I got Monday Night Raw, I got news and rumors. Obviously, I got my the pay-per-view, United Champions pay-per-view review. If you guys missed that a couple of weeks back, I got that down there. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, comment, favorite, share, whatever you got to do. Get WWE stuff on JD's channel up there. I want to be up there as one of the biggest names on YouTube regarding WWE news, because right now, in my honest opinion, this channel for WWE news is number one. And why do I say that? Because I honestly mean this. It's best for business. I'm JD, guys. I'll talk to you on Tuesday with Monday Night Raw. Got to find out what's going on. Cody Rhodes and Goldust are invited to Monday Night Raw by Triple H. What's going to happen? We'll find out, guys. My review's on Tuesday. All right? I'll talk to you later.